What's up, everybody? Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. Happy Father's Day to you and all the dads out there. Wanted to give you an update on the tropics. They're getting busy. We've got two areas of potential development, one in the western Gulf in the Bay of Campeche, 60% development probability. That's for Tuesday into Wednesday. I do think we'll see a tropical storm there. Then off of Florida's east coast, a 30% chance going into southeast Georgia or along the Florida east coast for Thursday. Now, lots to talk about, so let's go into it. So here's the satellite as of Sunday. Notice all the dry air coming into northeast Florida. Notice the area I've circled in the middle. That's where there's a little bit of convection being fired. And on the south side of that, the winds are coming from the southwest, and then east, and then to the northeast. So there is broadly, the beginnings of something. I mean, there's really nothing yet. You can see there's a lot of dry air out in this spot. But as we go forward in the next few days, the flow will switch more to the east to the west, and it's possible something could spin up. So here's what you need to know. We're talking about Thursday this week. A very fast, weak system is possible, rare for the time of year. If it even forms, it would impact us on Thursday. And regardless if it develops, I do think there will be showers and storms coming with this energy on Thursday, even if it's not named or officially designated, that could cause some coastal flooding and some high surf advisories on Florida's east coast. The first two names up, now depending how this goes, if Alberto forms first in the Gulf on Tuesday, then this thing that may form would be Beryl to impact eastern Florida late this week. The water's plenty warm. It's already in the 80s off the Florida east coast, not as warm as it is in the Gulf and the Caribbean, but it's plenty warm enough to support a low-end system. So here's the big picture setup. We've got a big dip in the jet stream out west, likely Alberto to form with tropical moisture in the green getting spewed up into Arkansas and Tennessee, a record-setting heat wave with a heat dome over New England later this week. And that's all going to help create gusty winds over Florida, easterly winds 15 to 25 miles an hour all week outside of this potential system. That's going to impact us on Thursday. So it's a very rare setup. It's a highly unusual pattern to get something to even possibly track like this into Florida during June. Only made possible because of that big heat dome you see there up across Pennsylvania, Northeast, and New England. So I did some digging this morning and looked back at the archives. There's only ever been 3 storms to hit from the east in June. A tropical depression in blue in 1984 from June 11th to June 14th hit just south of Jacksonville. A tropical storm Danny in 2021 hit South Carolina in late June coming in from the east. And an unnamed tropical storm in 1873 hit near Brunswick, Georgia. And this is filtered by the area in yellow. So from Fort Pierce to Melbourne, Titusville, Daytona Beach, up to about Savannah, Georgia. There's been tropical storms and depressions that have hit central Florida during June, but not from the east. So I filtered it out only from the east. The majority have actually come from the Gulf and come across the state. It's very rare to have something come from the east this time of the year. And in fact, since the 1800s, there's only ever been 3. So let me show you the models as of today. I've got the Fox model in pink, the GFS model in red, the European model in yellow. And notice our Fox model is an outlier. It's pretty strong, and it takes a strong tropical storm into Georgia. I doubt that's going to happen. GFS model goes towards Jacksonville, and the European model there in yellow, you see, doesn't really even have a closed low. So it's just an area of showers and storms. So it's not even a guarantee that anything's going to form, to give you perspective. Now let me show you a fourth opinion. This is our Barron computer model. This is a model we run in-house on our weather system. I think this is a more reasonable scenario where a low-end tropical depression spins up. You see here's Wednesday with gusts 30, 40 miles an hour, then rapidly comes across the peninsula Thursday with some 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts, maybe some brief tornadoes at the beaches, as that interacts with the coastline. Not even a few inches of rain. It's going to be so fast and small. I mean, maybe an inch or 2 of rain. Some minor coastal flooding at times of high tide, but it would be a tropical depression coming across the state. And here's what it looks like on the radar with that Barron model, putting on the traditional clouds and the precip. And you could see there could be some coastal showers leading up to this, but here comes that system, and it's really lopsided. by Thursday morning, there's what the radar could look like with a lot of rain on the north side. So we'll keep an eye on it for you. I wouldn't fret yet. I wouldn't take any preparations yet. It's not going to be a hurricane, folks. It's the first one of the year. It's a low-end system, even if it forms, but it would be Thursday. So you want to check back with us because I think especially by Monday we'll know much more about this system. Meteorologist Jessica Dobson will be in Sunday night on Fox 35 with more on the tropics.